Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hop. It is Sunday, March 6th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new, please be sure to go to my website at lisahop.com for all about my services, all about how to make an appointment, all about upcoming events, all the information. And if you're here on YouTube, please, I hope you are like, subscribe, and share. So very important. If you're moved, if you're connected, it's a matter of service. So it's helping me serve. So I appreciate it so very much. And if you are coming to me through my Facebook page, I am under Spirit Teacher Lisa Hop. Please also like and follow and let people know. I would appreciate it so much as well. I'm thinking about expanding my avenues, so stay tuned. I've said that before. I am a one-woman operation. And even this morning, before jumping on this podcast with you, I was forming plans in my head and intentions and lists about expansion of myself and my work and how I can serve more so, but also how I can enjoy myself serving more so too. And I mean that there are some things coming up that are perhaps more for entertainment than teaching even, but still teaching in their own way always, because that's just inherently who I am. I can't help myself. So as always, as I always say to you, stay tuned, because what is in your path is meant to be. The timing is always yours. It's always in your hands. And you can stall and you can speed up. But what is meant to be will always be. If your intention stays on it, if your will still wants it, it has to happen at some point. It's just how energy works. It's just how vibration works. Some call it natural law. And in this case, I agree. It is natural law. So thank you very much if you're new. And thank you very much for coming back if you listen every week. I appreciate you so very much. I'm a little late today because I actually slept in a little bit on this Sunday. My physical body has been sleeping in much more, or getting much more sleep than it has in a long time. And I'm very happy with it. I am very happy with it. I say to it, do your thing. But that means that I am a little bit later today. If you have been waiting for this recording on Sunday, the 6th, I apologize for its lateness. I had to get the coffee ready first, and I had to wake up, and I had to create what I wanted to say to you, at least a blueprint. That's all I do, is create the topic, and then I get on here, and I let myself I just let it flow out of me organically. I really don't plan much more than that. I'm creating as you listen, truly. So what is today's topic? You might have already figured it out by the headline. But today's topic is, you are the hero of your story. We've heard a lot about a particular hero this week in the president of Ukraine. We've, I'm sure, heard about heroes in other ways this week, whether it be women or soldiers or everyday people coming through on that small little section of our news broadcast that gives time to good news instead of the salaciousness of other news. Heroes are predominant right now. What is one? And I just feel so compelled to say to you that you are the hero of your story. You are the hero of your life. You are the heroine of your story, of your life. You are in charge. Every victory you have is because of you. Yes, every procrastination you have is because of you. Every moment that you help another is you. Every moment that you feel perfect is you, and every moment that you feel so imperfect, you're still that hero. So let me explain. We create, and if you listen every week, you know this. We create our stories, we create our lives. You are creating your tomorrow today. Depending on how good you're doing at it, you're creating your today. Because we can be instant manifestors, instant creators. One of my favorite singers of all time, musicians, John Lennon, wrote a song about instant karma. And he said, instant karma is going to get you. And he honestly didn't mean that in an entirely bad way. Actually, it's never bad. Who you are comes back to you. Who you are comes back to you. Not even necessarily what you do, but that is in there too. If you are cut out in traffic, or you cut someone out in traffic, you're probably going to be cut out in traffic. And vice versa, yes. No one gets away without circumstances. And some call it karma. And karma is a little bit larger than that, but it's all right to say that was karma. That's my karma. I had that coming. We have to be so very careful not to wish karma on others. You see, it's naturally taken care of, and when you wish karma on others, it's almost like you're wishing you're wishing negative. You're wishing negative circumstances, and what you wish for, what you feel, what you say comes back to you. It comes back. Now, you may not realize it at first. You may not even feel the impact of it at first. But it always lands. It always lands. Now, is that something to fear? Absolutely not. It's actually a blessing. It is actually a blessing. Because it evens out the playing field. We are all equal. You are equal in power to any leader, any politician. If you have a problem with a politician right now, you are equal to them. They are no greater than you. We are all born of the same light. We are born of the same unlimited ability. We all are on an even playing field. It's what we do with it. It's what we do with it. Keep that in mind. So when I talk about you being your own hero, I also want to make very clear that when you blame others for your circumstances, such as leaders, or family, or the boss, or anything where you want to post negatively or speak negatively, you're only boomeranging more of it to yourself. You're asking for more from that boss or more from the next boss. It doesn't matter. You can change jobs every day. And unless you correct your understanding about being the author of your story, you will have the same story written every single time. You can blame, even if it's rightful, a family member for not being what you wanted them to be or what you hoped they would be, or perhaps even what you felt they should be and what they should be. But what you feel they should be is always according to our own perceptions and judgments. Not letting anything or anyone off the hook. What you want starts with being that yourself. Being who you are. Being in your heart and mind the best version of yourself. Higher consciousness. But not blaming yourself. Oh, it's so easy to do that sometimes, isn't it? It was my fault. It was me. I should have done that differently. I should have chosen or made a different choice. Why did I do that? No, 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 no. Be kind and live and loving. Learn. That's why we're here. We're here to create for ourselves and as the one of the universe. And we're here to learn, because through learning we grow, which leads to creation, which leads to expansion. There is a reason and a purpose for all our lives in this realm. And when that reason or that purpose is concluded, we transition to a more powerful and greater realm. Well, a greater realm. I don't really want to say it's more powerful, even though it's greater heaven and oneness and in love right now. We're working really diligently and hard to get that energy here. So we are as powerful as that heavenly realm. We're just currently still feeling that separation from it. There isn't supposed to be, by the way, a separation from it. We all have the power to connect intimately to it and feel that oneness with it and feel that oneness with all of us, all of ourselves. And believe me, I know it's hard. I know about this oneness. I know what it feels like, heaven. If only for a moment, I know. But yes, even I, or anyone, I would imagine the greatest, holiest among us. Yes, even Mother Teresa struggled. So yes, they must struggle at times. Unless they're buffering themselves so very much, they have no idea what's happening in the world. But then how would they serve? So yes, everybody has a moment. Everybody has a moment where it's hard to feel the way you want to feel. We all can pop up with our judgment. We all can feel pain. We all can feel stress. So much stress. When this war, and it is a war, and there is a change going on worldwide, but when this conflict in this war started to happen, at first I was so very stressed. I would worry. But I know worry is a waste of time. It's actually the number one regret of those who pass to heaven, that they worried at all. Because it is always, 100% of the time, a waste of time. So I knew I had to do something about it quite quickly. What do you do when you begin to worry or begin to stress? Put all of it in the palm of your hands and give it over to your heavenly helpers. No matter who you want them to be. I tend to give them to my angels. If I want to, a master such as Jesus or Blessed Mother Mary, if it's incredibly large, especially if it has to do with serving others, you can even say God, or whatever you would call that energy, source, universe, Yahweh. It does not matter. Allah is fine. Give it over. Let them transmute it. Take care of your well-being, yourself. Have faith. Always have faith, unrelenting faith, even if your eyes see destruction around you. Have faith. Because the 11th hour is miraculous. The help is always there. You've survived everything so far, haven't you? And you will continue to do so, no matter what, in your physical body, and then eventually in your energy body, without this vehicle of your physical body. But you will always live on, and you will always be a survivor. You are eternal. Heaven sees you as a hero right now because they know who you are. They know you better than anyone on this earth, including yourself. They look at you with adoration. Don't let anyone else tell you differently. They look at you the way you would want an unconditional, loving being or parent to look at you. Or loved one. Anyone to look at you unconditionally, they do. That energy does. And we're at a time, this past Wednesday, where some of us started the time of Lent. I was raised Catholic, Roman Catholic. I've a bit revised it. I've kept some of the practices, but I'm honoring more of what I know, what I've always known, more than black and white. Take, for instance, Lent. It is to be a time of sacrifice, of giving up something, preparing for the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and then on to his resurrection. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Remembering. I take Lent as a time not of sacrifice, but of adding on. What can I add on during these 40 days and 40 nights that reform myself? Not that give me pain or sacrifice, but enlarge myself. Make me a larger version of myself. During this Lent, I don't mind sharing with you that I came to the aha realization that I'm always trying to life coach. I do it personally as well as professionally. Instead of just doing it professionally, I find I do it all the time in my personal life. I listen in order to coach. So I said to myself, stop it. Stop. Just listen more. And if called upon to be a life coach. If called upon with someone's free will to give advice, give advice. You don't always have to fix it or serve them in that way. But see, it's my purpose. But do I have to do my purpose constantly? Sometimes it's just not appropriate. Sometimes perhaps it's been a burden. So I listen more. I also said about the intention of complimenting people even more than I do. And I can. I do that. I love to tell people that cross my path wonderful things, and I'm being genuine about it. I want to do that even more. And there's some other things too that I won't share, that I've added to this time. Now, I have to do it, as anyone should do it, with the intentions of the outcome in a very pure way. But does my life coaching, spiritual coach mind know that after 40 days and nights, this is programmed in as a new habit? Yes. Does that make me happy? Yes. And isn't that what it's all about? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I come to it with a more positive take rather than the more negative take of giving up what I like. Chocolate or wine, or not to say I haven't done that before. I had a Lent once where I gave up solid food for 40 days. I have done that. This is many decades ago, by the way. Well, not many decades. I'm not that old. But yes, several. I have gone there, yes. But not nowadays, no. I come to everything from love. From love. And the practices that I keep in my spiritual life are from love. Based in adoration, based in gratitude, based in making the world a better place, while simultaneously creating my life. Every single day I get on social media, and I actually have to get on social media more, which is one of my intentions this morning, to be more of a presence. Every single day I see negativity among people who are beautiful people, who are kind, who are loving. Negativity. And it would be so easy for my human self to post under these posts. I did that once. I posted under a post in a positive way, a positive reminder. And this isn't the reason why I don't do it today. It was a lesson. So it was in a way, but it wasn't because I was. What ended up happening was the person who posted attacked me for my positive post because they were in a very negative place. and they did not want to see my positivity. But that is not why I have since stopped posting or trying to reverse the post myself. I just came to understand that everyone's in their place. And my way of helping is to make sure about what I post, that I will center on me and hope that maybe that in some way can overflow rather than take it on directly. I almost posted something today under someone's post, but recalled, you are a listener. You are not a fixer. So what I've come to do is not say a word to those posts that are acting against what that person really wants, and just scream a big yes or love it when I see someone working for themselves in a positive way, creating for themselves in a positive way. So there's a if any of you are on social media, you may sometimes see this post. It says you can just cruise right on through it without posting, without commenting. Just keep moving on. And that's, by the way, usually posted by someone who posts negative things. I guess other people told them about it. That's also a negative post. It is. So why does that matter? Because you are that powerful. That when you post, just keep on going by and don't say a word about my post, you are actually asking for what you don't want. When you put that you're poor, you may think in your head that you are speaking of a physical reality, but you are actually attracting more poverty. When you post about your weight, you are attracting more of that. Now, if you're happy, all right, celebrate good times. But if you're not, and you think that you're making a joke, the universe smiles, but it doesn't have a sense of humor. It brings you what it thinks you want. When you celebrate gratitude, it brings you gratitude. When you post pictures of people you love, it brings you more people to love. When you complain, it will give you more to complain about. Now, this doesn't mean that you should ignore what you're unhappy with. Words, emotions, thoughts are so powerful, they create. So take action to handle a situation if it's in your power to do so. If you're unhappy somewhere, make a change in some way, while affirming, I am happy. Let's take that as an example. We'll use income area. complain about your job every day. You complain about your coworkers. You complain about Mondays. You complain about your pay. Even if you think you're doing it in a joking way, the universe will grab it and bring it back to you, and it tries to do it tenfold. So how can you change it? When you go to this job that you don't like, with the people that you don't like, on the Monday that you don't like, you convince yourself emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in the moment, that it is presently there. It is where you are. And for now, you're going to feel gratitude about it. You're going to go in, you're going to give 100%. You're going to smile. You're going to get through your day, while keeping your awareness open for upgrades and inspired actions. What does inspired actions mean? That there's an opportunity that comes up that changes where you are, whether it's in the building or with a new company. Then you take that action to do something about it. You see, what you focus on, if it is negative, will never change. You can physically force a change, but you'll probably go to the same environment and the same people with different faces. But if you center yourself and focus in the present moment with gratitude for the income, even if it is smaller than you want, and for anything else that you can milk about it, then doors and windows and opportunities will fly open to you. And then you say yes. It is the same with every other area of your life. You cannot consistently complain about your love life area, or it doesn't also work to hide from it. There are so many people, or too many people perhaps, that have had bad experiences in love and have decided, I am not going to have that. I refuse, I block it, I hide from it. Well, it will ever find you. You cannot hide from the universe. So you might as well be at the wheel. You're at the wheel anyway, whether you focus on being at the wheel and driving or not. You're driving that car and designing your life, whether you are deliberate at it or not. So how do you get deliberate? How are you fully 110% the hero of your own story? Wake up with gratitude. Wake up feeling that you already have what you desire. Affirm it with spoken words. I am loved. I am lovable. I am more than enough. I am financially free. I am abundant. I am in ideal relationships. Whatever affirmations speak to you. And then you walk around this earth being that which you affirm. Being it. with your mind, with your spirit, with your emotions, with your thoughts. Be it. Once you are it, you see the physical evidence of it all around you. Now, we have blocks sometimes. We have blocks to overcome from our past, from our experiences, from other people. But if you do this on a consistent basis, daily, for 30 days, you will see some form of change. And hopefully, it'll whet your appetite to overcome the blocks and the programming and the perceptions and the beliefs that were given to you by others. That is what the most successful spiritual teachers do, and billionaires do, the real ones do. They know that their blocks and their perceptions and their beliefs can get in their way. So they do hypnosis. They do tapping, emotional freedom techniques like tapping. They read. They're constantly reading. They're constantly students. The best teachers are the best students. They're always working on themselves because they understand they're in a human body. They are the investment they bring to themselves, that they put into themselves. Your life is equal to the creative investment you put into yourself and into your life. Are you living your best life now? If the answer is yes, well done. If the answer is no, the wonderful thing is, in this very moment, you can start. I wrote a book about 7 years ago now. It's called How to Live Your Best Life Now. It's a booklet. It's a booklet. It is $7.95 on Amazon. It outlines examples and affirmations you can use, steps. Do these 10 steps now to change your life. I also wrote a book of affirmations because it was requested. Also on Amazon. So please check out my booklets. There's more to come. But for right now, I have 2 and a workbook. Take these steps now to change your life. It's a workbook where you could write down your own affirmations and work through your blocks and perceptions. I also, if you are in my area, will do have a course I teach, Infinite Possibilities, designed by the great person and author Mike Dooley, who was in the movie The Secret, but is so much more than that. And that is also available. It can also be done by Zoom. There are tools and options for success for you, for anyone who wishes to creatively, deliberately design their life. You are worth it. You are a hero. You are adored. The one thing I always love to say, and I will say it to you, and I smile when I say it. I always preface it with being raised Catholic. And there is a programming within me from being raised Catholic. And one of the things is that I will never deceive you. I will never lie to you on purpose, because I don't want to hear about it. My boss is in that other realm. Who I serve is you and that creative universal force. And I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear what I did to someone in a negative way, as much as I possibly can. So what I've said to you for this 41-ish minutes is all truth. I hope you will take that into account and think about it. And do for yourself what you would most want done for you. Create the life you desire. Live it with a full-on smile. Forgive. Believe in your goodness. Believe in your power. Believe in the unlimited. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. I hope you have a very good one. Please be sure again to go to my website at lisahop.com, and please be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you're on YouTube. And come on aboard Spirit Teacher Lisa Hop, my business page on Facebook. Every so often, I get a friend request from my clients on my personal account on Facebook, but that is my personal account. So there's not too much about my work that is placed there. I, by nature, keep it positive, but it's still personal. So always, please be sure to go to the business page, because that's where the updates are. That's where the podcast is loaded, this one, first. And it's all about my life purpose. So please do so if you will. Thank you so much again. And I am very thankful for you listening, and I hope you'll come back, and I will see you next time. Thank you.